In this video, I'm going to show you how I use a strobe light to create shots like this. For gear, I myself use a Canon 5DS. You'll need a tripod and a light source. For the light source, I'll be using an Einstein strobe. I've been using it for a while. And if you don't have a strobe, you can use a speed light. These will work just the same if you have some kind of modifier for it. You'll just need to be in a little bit darker of an environment to get these to work. By the end of the video, this is going to be the shot that we end up with. Now, if you're going to practice this, I would recommend focusing on a smaller section of the car like this and just working with the details. It's going to be much easier to control the lighting rather than shooting the entire car. Setting up the shot will be pretty simple. We'll just put the camera on the tripod, and from there we're going to be doing multiple exposures of this same shot and just changing the lighting from frame to frame. Every time I do these shots, I'll always use a softbox on my light, so whether you have a strobe or a speed light, you should definitely throw a softbox on there. You're going to want to start off by thinking where you want your key light to come from, and in this case I wanted it to come from the front of the car, so that's where we're going to start. This is what I'll end up using as the base layer to my whole image, so from here in my lighting I'm just going to try to fill in the rest of the areas that I want to highlight. In order to get this fill light that I'm looking for, I'm just going to kind of walk the length of the car and shoot it indirectly down the side, the same direction that my key light's coming from. That way I can just layer in a little bit of fill light on each spot wherever I need it. Once you have all those shots figured out, you're going to want to make sure you get plenty of exposures from your ambient lights, and that could be the overhead lights or the headlights, and I'll probably bracket those just to make sure I have all the data that I need. And once I have all my layers in Photoshop, I'll go through and name each of them to keep track of them a little easier, and just start blending them together with a normal layer mask. To blend them together, I'll usually use a large 0% feathering brush and just paint with the edges of it, and that way it'll blend together a little bit more realistically. You're not really going to see the transition from one layer to the other. As with anything, it really just comes down to personal preference. So you can choose to fill it in as much as you want, or you can leave it pretty low key. They can really work both ways. It just depends on the kind of shot that you're trying to come up with. And that's about it. So I hope this was helpful. Leave a comment below and let me know, and I will try to make some more videos.